New tonight on First Alert 6, the FBI arrested 5 people for allegedly planning to attack Sunday's UFC Fight Night event on the White House lawn. One of those men arrested from Omaha. Our Andrew Pfeiffer has been following the story all afternoon. He joins us live in the studio. Andrew, clearly a lot happening as we continue to follow this story tonight. What do we know up to this point?
Well, Jacqueline, on Sunday, 31-year-old Abraham Alvarez was taken into custody following a raid at a church in a town called Western Nebraska. Tax records list Alvarez as the owner of the church. Alvarez also has an address listed here in Omaha. Investigators believe Alvarez was the mastermind behind this attempted plot.
They were planning to attack the Freedom 250.
The deputy director of the Secret Service, Matt Quinn, after FBI Director Kash Patel announced an alleged plot to attack President Trump's 250 celebration.
There are still suspects at large, and we're going to work it until everyone's been identified.
Court records detailed an alleged plot to use small drones carrying explosives, while snipers targeted key officials. So far, 5 suspects were arrested. One of those suspects has an address in Omaha.
I could not be more proud of our local FBI, of our local state patrol.
Governor Jim Pillen gave his remarks following information released by the Department of Justice.
There's hardened criminals everywhere across the United States, and unfortunately here in the state of Nebraska.
During Sunday's raid, the FBI arrested 31-year-old Abraham Alvarez. According to investigators, Alvarez was categorized as a ringleader, often going by the name of Shepherd. The FBI arrested Alvarez at a church in western Nebraska, where, according to prosecutors, was a safe space for the group.
It's really crazy that something like this would happen here.
Residents from the small town of Western tonight shaken.
It is a big thing when even a cop drives through town. We have a population of around 100, so nothing major really happens here.
Photos released by the Department of Justice show alleged text messages exchanged between the group. The photos also show maps, locations for snipers, and weapons.
For something to happen so close to where our kids hang out and our kids play, it was a little bit alarming.
Alvarez appeared in Douglas County Court early Tuesday morning. He faces numerous charges, including attempted murder and conspiracy to commit offenses against the United States.
It kind of scares you because our kids here, they free play. They ride their bikes, they come to the park, they come to the splash pad. They do all these things that we can do in small town Nebraska.
5 people were arrested. Investigators say as many as 23 people are still at large. Alvarez is currently being held at Douglas County Corrections. And Jacqueline, this is a developing story, so stick with First Alert 6 on air and online for the latest updates. Reporting live in the studio, I'm Andrew Pfeiffer, First Alert 6.
All right, Andrew, thank you for breaking that down for us. Meanwhile, just minutes after this news broke, we were streaming. So if you don't want to miss live breaking news like this one, download our streaming app on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV. You can also